Hi, hello friends. Welcome back to the channel. So nowadays, people after getting their COVID test positive instantly go get their CT scans done. Is it really necessary? And what set of people really need it? And as a medico, after seeing the CT scan report, apart from the severity scores like out of 25, what more information can you get from that report? Okay, I'm not a radiologist. I'm not going to tell you how to see the findings in CT films. Okay, I'm just going to tell with that report what more information can you get. Okay, next is what are the uses of CT scan in COVID patients. Okay, let's see all this in an animation video today.
So yes, first is let's see how to interpret a report, CT report that is given to you. Let's start it with a small story. So on a good day, you have been planning to go to a hill station on a car. So while going, snowfall is started to happen. First, initially, your front window is getting fogged up, but you are able to see whatever vehicles in the other side. Fogging and snowfall has started to that extent that it has completely covered your windows. Okay, same thing happens in appreciating a CT film. Now let's see how to utilize this in a CT scan. This is the HRCT chest showing the normal lung parenchyma with its bronchovascular markings. So normal healthy alveolus is shown here. So what happens when virus starts to attack your lungs in the pulmonary phase? Inflammatory cells pour in the alveoli, injures the alveoli, accompanying by exudation of fluid into the alveoli. It is similar to snow starting to fall, fogging. Can you see here? Same fogging is happening in the lungs. At the same time, you can see the bronchovascular markings also, like how we were able to see the objects on the other side of window of the car. This is the classical ground glass opacity seen in COVID. Next, what happens? The snow starts to completely cover the front window. Same happens. It alveoli are filled excessively with fluid outpouring due to excess inflammation happening in COVID. So that contributes to complete filling of alveoli with fluid. In CT scan, if you see, it will be completely filled, whitish, opaque markings you can see. Can you see the bronchovascular markings behind that opaque screen? No. This is called consolidation, which means it is more severe than a ground glass opacity. And it means it is progressing, the disease is in progressive stage. For these changes to happen in CT scan, in majority of patients, it takes at least 1 week for ground glass opacities and 2 weeks for consolidation. So after 2 weeks, what happens? If it is completely cleared by our immune system and drugs, it comes back to normal. Or they can also go for fibrosis and they can be dependent on long term oxygen therapies, which is a post COVID sequel.
Yes. So now can you understand that the timing when you do a CT is more important? Because for these changes to happen, it will at least take some time, some 2 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks. Okay. So get your CT scans done at the right time so that you can prognosticate better. Okay. If you do it in the very early stage, you can be falsely motivated that no changes are there in a CT.
Next is the CT severity score. So, as we know, left lung, 2 lobes, right lung, 3 lobes. So, in each lobe, with the percentage of involvement, we are giving marks. Like if it is involved and if it is less than 5%, 1, 5 to 25, 2, 25 to 53, and 50 to 75, 4, and more than 75%, 5. So total score you are calculating. If it is less than 8, it is mild. 8 to 15, moderate. More than 15, severe. So now can you understand that if the lobe is involved itself, we'll be giving scores. Even if it is a ground glass, even if it is a consolidation, you'll be getting the same scores. But we know consolidation is in a more severe stage. So by seeing the report in somewhat precise manner, you can get all this information.
Next, let's see this. When should I be viewed in CT? First, let's see high risk features in COVID. Age greater than 65 years, chronic kidney disease, or type 2 diabetes mellitus. Next, patients on immunosuppressive drugs. Next, if age greater than 55 years but with hypertension or CAD or COPD. Next, even body mass index more than 35. Age, if it is 12 to 17 years, if it is associated with increased BMI more than 85% for age, gender, or if associated with sickle cell anemia or congenital heart disease, bronchial asthma, or cerebral palsy are also high risk factors in COVID.
Yeah. Next is in mild COVID patients, if you are having no high risk factors and it's just a first week of illness, please don't go near the radiology department itself. Okay. Next is the patients with high risk factors with mild COVID, and it's in the second week of illness, you are feeling some cough and something, you can go and get a chest x-ray done. And in mild COVID patients, after a 6-minute walk test, there is a fall in saturation more than 3 to 5%, and associated with increased markers of inflammation, CRPs, they can go get a chest x-ray done. And if the findings are unequivocal or excessive findings are there, then they can go and get a CT done. Also in moderate and severe COVID patients, whenever oxygen therapy is needed, it's good to go get a HRCT test done. Okay. Now, when a moderate or severe COVID patients deteriorate, what is the utility of a HRCT test? You are doing the HRCT test and you are finding some unifocal consolidations, new unifocal consolidations. What and all you can think? First is any superadded infections like bacterial infections going into evolving lung abscesses or tuberculosis, our country. So, and also the patient is receiving dexamethasone or immunosuppressive agents. Next, fungal infections like mucormycosis, which is creating the hot trending topic now. Next is the unifocal consolidation might also be due to advancing COVID infections. Okay, yeah. Next is it can also be due to some pulmonary infarct if the pulmonary artery is blocked by a pulmonary embolism. Okay, all these can be the causes. So in these specific settings, how I should proceed? Yes, so now how does this report help me? If I find that it is due to some superadded infections, then I should obviously decrease the dose of steroids and I should consider for a contrast CT scan, CECT chest. If it is due to bacterial or lung abscess, then I will go get a culture sensitivity done. Then we can up-titrate the antibiotics. If it is due to tuberculosis, we should start anti-tubercular therapy. Then if it is due to fungal, then you should start amphotericin B or corresponding anti-fungals. Next, if it is due to increasing COVID severity, then what you should do, you should up-titrate the dose of steroids. So it's exactly opposite to each other. And you can consider anti-interleukin 6 therapy, all those advanced therapies. Next, if it is due to pulmonary embolism, you can also have some fine signs which the radiologist will tell, like central clearing and minimal peripheral pleural effusions. All these findings will be there. Then we can go for CT pulmonary angiography. And depending on the size of embolus, we can decide on fibrolytic therapy or to go for surgeries.
Thus, CT scan helps enormously in decision taking. See this example, HRCT chest having opaque area which is a consolidation,
and it's also having cavity as well as tree in bud appearance. These are characteristic of tuberculosis. So this patient had COVID superimposed with tuberculosis. So here COVID as well as dexamethasone, all these therapies will cause immunosuppression that might lead to reactivation of pulmonary cox, and a cavity in CT chest is always against COVID. And also, if you find any air leaks in HRCT, like the patients on BiPAP therapy, CPAP therapies due to increased pressures, sometimes they might get pneumothorax, pneumomediastinum, or it's very rare, but even in COVID, it's a complication causing pneumothorax and pneumomediastinum. That can also be identified by this HRCT. So if you don't want the snow to attack your car, go get your vaccinations done, social measures as well as masking. And if you want to clear the snow by wiper, let's believe on whatever treatment which is existing, and the rest let the god decide. Thank you.